I have 9 wigs upstairs.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm Kyndal.
I'm Riley.
And this is
Not That Serious.
Welcome back. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so great. This is so cool.
I know.
I'm the very first visual guest.
I know. We brought Riley back on. So excited for this episode. Before I even tell you what that is about, it's a question of the week.
Uh-huh.
What pissed you off on the internet this week?
Okay.
I hope we don't have the same one because I prepared my answer today.
Okay, you go ahead and go first because I forgot that I was supposed to prepare that, so I don't
You don't know?
even thought. Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'll tell you. I wrote it down actually verbatim how I want to say it because I was so offended when I did write this down. Men not washing their ass.
Straight. I want to point out it's probably the straight ones.
It is 100%.
Straight ones.
When I say men, I mean straight men not washing their ass. That is 100% what I mean. What are y'all doing? And I think what pisses me off genuinely is like hearing different, like there's like a trend going on right now. So many women getting online and being like, I asked my boyfriend if does he wash his booty hole in the shower? And he'll be like, oh, I just let the water run through.
And see, do you know?
Are you kidding?
Like, I can't relate because I like when I take a shower every night because I shower every night, wash like my hair, everything. Yeah. Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
I know you're not supposed to wash your hair every night.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I have to.
That's fine.
I feel so gross if I don't
you.
wash my hair. Someone is calling me.
We're recording.
It's
it's your mother. You want to answer? Does she want to be on the show? Okay.
But I just don't understand. Like, actually, maybe that's funny.
Maybe that's funny.
Hi, Mom. I am recording a podcast episode with Kyndal. What about you?
Look at you and your badassery.
I don't know about that. You can say hey to Kyndal. She's here too.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I am wonderful, gorgeous. How are you?
Oh, I'm thriving. I hope you're okay with getting a little cameo feature on the show.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, men not washing their ass pissed me off on the internet this week because at the end of the day, why?
It's just like it's like basic hygiene.
Why?
It just makes me wonder so much about like their parents and like being brought up. I guess like did you never like wash your ass growing up?
No.
Like did you never clean yourself? Do you not stink?
You know they stink. That's the problem. Like you know they stink and you know that they can smell that they stink. They just don't care.
That's like or is it just like nose blind like a Febreze commercial? Like you don't realize it is?
I'm sorry. No, because even when I work out and I smell myself and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. I'm going to shower.
Mm-hmm.
And I can honestly argue and say that my worst day smelling bad is not worse than any man who hasn't washed their ass in years. Because the way that these men sound, they don't clean their ass. They literally let the water run in between their cheeks, and I don't think they spread them either.
You know they don't, because they're men. They're straight men. They don't do that.
So they literally just let the water run. I can't.
It doesn't do anything.
I can't.
It doesn't do anything.
It's like I knew men didn't wash. It's like I knew that, but it was like hearing on firsthand accounts of several women asking their boyfriends like, "Hey babe, like how do you wash your butt crack?" And they're like, "I just let the water run." I'm like, "No,
Gross.
no,
Gross.
no,
Oh
no,
my God.
no." So that's what pissed me off on the internet this week. What pissed you off? What pissed you off?
What pissed me off on the internet this week? That's a great question. And I
Yeah.
honestly don't know.
No.
Like right off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. One thing, but like I don't want to get into all the drama behind it, but like Elon Musk buying Twitter pissed me the fuck off.
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one.
Like how did we let that happen?
No, how did we let that happen? It makes me scared for like the future of Twitter because it's like, well, what do we do now?
You know he's gonna bring back all these problematic people.
Yeah.
That had their accounts banned.
At least they'll have content.
No, I don't want that content. No.
At least we'll have content. No, you're right. It's horrible. It's like it is frightening because it's like, okay, well, and then so many people were like, maybe we should just start a new social media. No, sorry. I don't want to.
I mentally can't take that.
I can't do it
took me
anymore.
a minute to get on to Be Real, and that was a stretch.
Took me a second too. And honestly, Be Real needs to up its game with like, I want to figure out how to stay on it more.
Okay, is it true that the CEO or whatever, the person that invented the app, is the one that like clicks a little button every day to be like, oh, it's time to be real, everyone?
I don't know. Am I supposed to know
Does
the answer
the
to that
audience
question?
know?
Let me ask the audience. Great.
I've just seen that like a few like places. Like I think I saw his TikTok or something. He was like me forgetting to send the notification out 2 days in a row, and that's why it was like near midnight.
2 days in a row.
Yeah.
I remember when that was, but like, brother, you have one job. Well, I'm sure he has more than one job, but like, you have one job, one really important.
Can you not make it automated? I don't know how that works.
Like, why isn't it a robot? Why are you?
Honestly, Be Real pissed me off this week. Let's talk
about that. Great. So today's episode, I feel like I should title it like "In My Two Hot Takes Era" because this is totally taking after that show, 100%.
Yeah.
Today we are going to read Reddit stories because everybody loves a good Reddit story. And am I the asshole moment? The theme for today, which I don't know if you know this.
No.
The theme is really. That's the theme.
Okay. Really?
Like, really?
Okay.
Really? That's our theme.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
That's the theme.
Ooh.
Biggest shout out in the world to Ashlyn Williams, who technically produced this episode because I did not want to read the stories. I wanted to be surprised. So I had her do my dirty work and go find all the stories we'll be reading. All the stories will be all seven stories we'll be reading today. She found them on the deepest, darkest depths of the internet. And not only did she find them, but she put them in a Google Doc. Like, she put them in a Google Slides. She color coded them, and she gave screenshot. Like, she did the whole nine.
One thing you have to understand about Ashlyn, dear viewer and dear listener, is that Reddit,
she lives on it. I think
it's like Reddit is everything to Ashlyn.
Yeah.
There was this one point it kind of like fell off just because we all got busy.
Yeah.
But in one of our group chats, Ashlyn would send like a daily "Am I the asshole?" like every morning, and some of those shits were like baffling.
No, she would send like some of the most foul shit that you'd ever read in your life at like before 9 a.m. and it'd be like, Ashlyn, what the fuck? So.
Like 6 a.m. you get like a good morning. What was her little theme song?
She did a new thing. So every
Reddit
morning
thread of the day.
Yeah, literally like Reddit story of the day. And she would do like a different audio message. I don't know. She would just give a different theme song. And then would I be the asshole if I killed my mom and decided to bury her ashes in the backyard? Like just like the weirdest shit. And it's like, Ashlyn, it's Thursday. Like what's happening?
It was. Some of them were alarming, and some of them I would read and be like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, literally just be like,
So, like, when Kyndal decided to do this episode,
Ashlyn was happy.
It probably took Ashlyn all of 3 minutes
to compile
to
all
do
seven.
all of that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So, really? Okay. So, we're just going to hop into it. Yeah, we're in our two hot takes era because if you know one thing about me, I love that fucking podcast so much. And this is obviously taking so much inspiration from that show. Morgan,
we love you.
If you're listening to this, this is my audition. I really want to be on the show. Please.
We should have them on our show.
Can you come on this show?
We have a spot right here.
You and Justin, baby, right here. Am I the asshole for not giving a customer a refund? Let me zoom in because Lord knows I can't read.
Already, I'm going to say no, they're not the asshole because as someone that works in retail at a big box store that happens to be red and white with a circular logo, no. The customer is not always right.
Are you airing your shit out right now?
Happily.
Okay. I, 24 female, am a part-time barista and a full-time grad student. I work at a coffee shop, think Starbucks but a smaller chain, and a customer ordered and was served by my colleague, G, 19 female. She immediately asked if I was the manager, to which I said that I wasn't, and I demonstrated that G was. She ordered 2 cakes and 2 coffees and sat down. She then ushered me over. We do not offer table service at our store. And told me that she wanted her cake heated up with jam and butter. I told her that it was fine, but just so she knows for next time, if you want something warmed in the oven, you need to request it when you order. And that while I would give it to her for free as a one-off, you need to order jam and butter as there is a small additional charge, company policy. I then got shouted at, calling incompetent and a bitch, and that it was common sense that that's what she wanted. I explained very few request this in their order, so that any special preferences need to be requested at the bar, as we do not offer table service. More shouting unfolded. I walk away and take 5 minutes outside to calm down because I was very upset due to the aggression I experienced. 20 minutes later, the woman comes back in having finished her drinks and cakes. She then said because I was rude, I made a point to be extremely polite. This was in parentheses. And because our products were so cheap, because our products tasted so cheap, she wanted a complete refund. I said that because she had finished everything and there was nothing wrong with the products, she started yelling again, so my coworkers escorted her from the store. My housemate thinks I should have just given her a refund, as the customer is always right. I don't agree that bullying staff should be rewarded with freebies. So, am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
First
not.
off, I have never worked in food service, so let me start there.
Yeah.
But I
100%.
want to say, like, my common sense, if it's not on the menu with the item, jam and butter. I ask for it at the register.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a coffee shop place like that. And also too, it's like, why would you, okay, if the food was that cheap and that bad and you're that pressed about it, and you were that angry, I would have because I would have never do that, but why didn't you just immediately go and be like, actually, I don't want any of this. Can I have a refund?
Literally, you could have literally just been like, okay, actually, I'm good on all that. But it's funny because she literally gave her everything for free. She was like, hey, just next time, can you just know to do this? And then she got mad because her shit tasted bad. But what did you expect from a coffee chain?
Like, it's a coffee chain. Do you
I'm
actually go to a chain coffee restaurant
and expect 5-star
and
service?
expect good, like, breakfast pastries?
Because that's where you're delusional. Like, that's where you're genuinely fucked up. Like, I don't think any coffee chain has, like, the best pastries on God's green earth. I don't think that exists. I don't think the coffee chain exists. That's just me, though. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not the asshole. That was easy. But
However,
okay.
the Starbucks Cranberry Bliss Bar.
Never had that.
Oh, it's so good.
What is that?
It's the Cranberry Bliss Bar. It's like a
What's
like
in it?
Cranberry Bliss.
What does it taste like?
A Cranberry Bliss Bar, of course. It's that. So good.
Oh.
We can't have it.
Oh, why would you say that? No, because why'd you say that?
I just realized it.
I don't want to know
Anyway,
anymore.
she's not the asshole. And if anyone that listens to this podcast thinks she is,
reevaluate and stop listening. Actually, put this off. Turn it off.
Get off.
Top comments. Not the asshole. Take it from me and the entire rest of the internet that has worked in customer service / retail. The customer is nearly always, in bold, wrong. This
bold,
woman,
italicized, underlined, always wrong.
Hello. This woman was looking for anything she could complain about so she could have her cake and eat it too. Well, eat her cake and have the money too. Don't encourage this kind of behavior, because if you do it for her once, she'll be over and over and over again looking for freebies. Exactly.
That is so good for her. And you know what's funny? I know that lady went to her friends, if she has any, and was like, I can't believe what happened, and like went on about that story. And I wonder what her friends said. Because if her friends align with her in the way that I think they do, they were probably like, that's awful. And they like boycotted it. But
well,
like
honestly,
that just makes our
great.
lives so much easier.
Literally. I hope if you're an annoying Karen and you go to a store, the best thing that Karen could do is warn all their Karen friends, Michelle and all of the, I guess maybe not Michelle. Let me rephrase that. Because I don't want your mom's name thrown in there. I don't. I know. I don't. The way it took you 45 minutes.
I was like, who is Michelle?
No, literally. I'm talking like Karen and Susan and all her little posse. You know, I want Karen to go ahead and let the world know that not to shop here. Maybe it'll keep all her the clan outside and not inside. I said what I said. I said what I said.
That's one of my favorite things about my job is whenever someone's like, I'm never going to shop here again. Or like,
thank you.
I'm going to call corporate. Thanks so much. Do you need the number?
Literally, I will hand
I'll
it to
go
you.
write it down for you real quick. Give me one
let
sec.
me put them on speaker. Like, let's talk
We
together.
literally did that the other night at the store. We were like, yeah, here's the number. We can't call in the store, but you can call.
Totally. Man, I'd be dialing in immediately. So I'm glad that we came to an agreement. You know, I've been thinking about this, though. I wish that there was a show similar to Two Hot Takes, but you quite literally have to have two hot takes. Maybe it's like more of a debate style podcast. Someone take my idea, please, where you go and you read Reddit stories like, am I the asshole? And for the whole episode, one person has to be not the asshole and the other person has to be is the asshole. And you have to argue the point, even if it makes no sense and you morally are like, I thoroughly believe this person is not the asshole, but I am arguing that they are an asshole, and you have to come up with reasons why they are. I think it would be so entertaining.
So it's Devil's Advocate.
Yes. Oh, that's the name of the podcast, Devil's Advocate.
I was just about to say. All right, someone take it.
Take it, somebody.
We'll take 30% if that's okay.
Literally, I'm your manager. If you take it,
split it 15-15 between us.
Yeah. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy.
That's not bad.
I would high five you, but we're
Okay, next
story. Am I the asshole for sunbathing nude in my backyard? It is your backyard, but like why?
Initially, so just to get thoughts based off the title here, I do have some concerns raised.
Yeah, totally. Speak your truth.
So instantly, right away, I'm like, "What's your backyard?"
Sure.
But then, secondly, I'm like, "Are there tall houses next to you?"
Sure.
Like, do you have a fence, or are you just like out and about and everyone can see you? Because that's like, honestly, I would never do that.
That's public indecency, baby.
Yeah, but also too, like, if it's your yard and your property, it's like, do what you want. And if there's someone that's like walking, they're like, my child is like that child.
Put your child inside.
I saw you naked.
Put your child inside.
Tell your child to look the other way.
Literally. Sorry, I am a 51-year-old chubby hairy dude, not a 23-year-old female bikini model.
Period.
Thank you for that context, sir.
I love that's how he started it. Sorry. Don't be
not
sorry.
Not sorry. Why are you sorry?
Don't be sorry.
That's actually so funny. I have 6-foot privacy fences all around my backyard, and since we are enjoying a beautiful late summer, I am enjoying the sunshine in the buff of my deck. In the buff on my deck? What is that? What is a buff?
In the buff, like naked.
Oh, T. That is a 51-year-old if I ever heard one. I've never heard that fucking saying in my life. Okay. My neighbor was doing his fall maintenance on his gutters, so he was up on a ladder cleaning them out. I guess he's
that is one of the most like straight, like suburban dad things. My neighbor was doing his fall gutter maintenance.
Gutters.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Save me and spare me from that.
Save me and spare me. I'll be damned if you see me on a fucking ladder cleaning out gutters. Gutters? Not me.
Honestly, it's 2022. Have we not evolved past the point of having to clean them out?
I feel like, no, that too.
Is there not,
but
like,
shouldn't there be like a tool? Yeah.
Over it to like make shit slide off?
I'm convinced though, like sometimes like men do stupid shit like that so that they just give themselves something to do so that they feel important, maybe.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You know, especially if you have a wife and it's like, do some housework.
I'm gonna go clean the gutters.
I'm gonna go clean the gutters, babe. Oh my God, he's so helpful.
He's so strong and manly, cleaning the gutters.
Okay, great. So yeah, neighbor was doing his fall maintenance on his gutters, so he was up on a ladder cleaning them out. I guess he saw more than he wanted, and he started yelling at me for being naked in public. I laughed at him and said that my backyard isn't public property. We got into a yelling match with him getting angrier and angrier and me drinking my sangria and laughing in between him looking at me and trying to look away. My wife told me to come inside and cover up. She thinks I should not have egged him on. He is complaining to anyone that will listen about me exposing myself to him and his family. I think he's being ridiculous and should mind his own business. Oh, that's the end.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. First things first. You shouldn't be sunbathing in general because the UVA, UVB rays from the sun are extremely harmful and cause skin cancer.
Come on, Dr. Skill.
And if you are trying to get tan, there are so many other ways to get a sunless tan that you can pick up at Target, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Ulta, Sephora, you name it.
Yeah.
They'll have it.
Yeah.
So let's start there, okay?
Yeah.
Let's start there.
I think it is funny, though, that this man really was so comfortable being naked in front of his neighbor. He was sipping his sangria, like didn't give a fuck. That's hilarious to me personally.
That honestly, like, I don't have that confidence. I could never do that.
I could never do that. If somebody literally was like, I see you naked, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. This man was sipping a sangria and giggling.
It's like hard enough for me, like, to think about the people that have seen me naked. And I'm like, that
is a lot.
So doing it in front of a stranger?
And outside at that. Here's my thing about sunbathing outside, though. Like, are you not scared about, like, different creepy crawlers and flying creatures? Well, if you have a penis.
There's still a point of entry.
100%. I guess when I think of sunbathing, no, I mean, I'm thinking of, like, starfished out. You know what I mean?
Is that how you sunbathe?
I'm black.
Yeah.
So I've never had to think about sunbathing in my life. So maybe my ignorance is showing here. Do y'all starfish? Like, how do you do that?
Well, here's the thing. I've never actually sunbathed. Shocker. I'm matching my hoodie. You can't tell where my face ends and the hoodie starts, or my arms.
Bless him.
I've never sunbathed because I always thought it was so pointless. You know what I mean? Like, I never,
Sure.
At the beach, I wouldn't even do it because it was like, why would I waste my time
Doing
laying on the sand, getting hot, potentially burning myself,
Totally.
which can lead to skin cancer caused by UVA, UVB rays of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
I lathered on my sunscreen and would reapply as needed.
Yeah.
And I would swim. I would do things. I would like.
And
I would go
swim.
I would go out and about. I'd walk up and down the beach. I wasn't just gonna lay there because I never like tanned outside of it. Now I have used sunless tan, and that's like different. Like I use these like the products, the like tan water or whatever.
Yeah. I'm all for, especially.
I think you just lay there.
Yeah, I guess like I don't know. I've heard that like laying in the sun though, like you have like some of the best sleep in the sun, so I can understand some of that.
Well, too, it's like vitamin D is from the sun.
Totally.
Right. So,
but I take drops personally.
Yeah, it's great to get vitamin D from the sun, and that's
it.
Fine and dandy.
Yeah.
But you still
Nothing
need
else.
to use sun protection to protect from the UVA, UVB rays. So
that's a ad for sunscreen. Sunscreen.
Yeah.
Get yours.
Supergoop actually makes some of the best sunscreens. Their dermatologist recommended. La Roche-Posay has a really good brand of sunscreen. A lot of them. So get your sunscreen.
Period. Don't really know what to say about that one. I don't think he's an asshole, but I do think it's rather interesting that you didn't cover up to yell at your neighbor. You were just butt ass naked yelling at your neighbor. And I'm sure the other neighbors probably were like, what the fuck?
And see, here's the thing. If I was that neighbor, I would simply just non-confrontationally have not said anything. Because here's the thing. He wouldn't have noticed if he wasn't up on his ladder cleaning out the gutters for his yearly fall maintenance.
And again, this is why you probably shouldn't clean your gutters. Why are
this
you doing that?
This is another reason why cleaning gutters, cleaning gutters
exposes
is
your
a
neighbors.
scheme created by masculinity.
Bingo.
That's it.
Hello. Bingo.
He's not the asshole. Live your life, buddy. Don't apologize for how you look. Live the life. Go out in the sun with your sunscreen on.
Oh, that's
and get
good.
your vitamin D. Drink your sangria. Tell your wife to go join you. Like, get her sunscreen on. Get her a sangria instead of leaving her in the house. Y'all just, like, hang out in the yard.
The way the wife was like, get inside.
Get inside and cover up. No, ma'am.
Fuck you. Top comment. Not the asshole. Chubby, hairy dudes are allowed to be naked too. Period.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody else commented, you're in your yard minding your own business surrounded by privacy fences. Does this guy really want everyone to know that he saw you nude? Not the asshole. And good for you for being comfortable enough with your body to sunbathe.
Exactly. I just don't understand why that guy is so pressed about it. Like,
no, he was mad.
Get down off the ladder and clean your gutters another day, bud.
He was mad.
Why?
This one's going to piss me off. I can already feel it. Am I the asshole for making my wife walk to her 200 feet to her parking spot? First of all, fuck you for the title, and also fuck you for making the title non-legible.
Yeah, that title kind of like I didn't even read it, and that just like gave me a
moment.
I just lost a few brain cells trying to hear you read that and understand what was happening.
Am I the asshole for making my wife walk to her 200 feet? That's what it literally reads. Like,
Am
no.
I the asshole for making my wife walk to her 200 feet?
To her parking spot. 200 feet away. Okay.
Making her walk to her 200 feet to her parking.
I cannot do this anymore. Okay. We live in a townhouse. It's a
We live in a townhomes.
We live in a townhouse with one garage parking spot. I park my EV in the garage so I can charge it overnight and keep it out of the elements. What's an EV?
An electric vehicle.
Thank you so much. Ooh, there are guest parking spots right next to the garage. But when those are unavailable, I request that my wife parks her car, a beat up 2006 Prius, go to hell, on the street. Go to hell, which is 200 feet from the garage down an asphalt driveway. She leaves for work at 6 a.m. while I don't work until 8 a.m. Am I the asshole for not letting her park in the garage?
Yeah.
Oh, edits. This person made edits to the
Okay, let's hear the edits before we respond.
Edits. Number 1, I'm solely financially responsible for both cars. Number 2.
Well, you just called her car like a fucking shit bucket.
Like, buy her a new one. Fuck you. Like, my wife has broken the side mirror and scraped the Prius. She's just like me, for real. No.
Is this Anna?
No, it says.
Anna's going to come for us for saying something about
No,
her
she's like,
again.
again. She's like, stop calling me out. My wife has broken the side mirror and scraped the Prius backing out of the garage on 2 separate occasions.
Twice.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. You got parked. I have never. Are you kidding me? You got to park downstairs. I'm sorry. 2 separate occasions. Be so fucking for real right now. Okay, Bay Area. So lows are still in the low 50s. Okay, so it's cold.
Okay, so it's a little
safe
chilly.
neighborhood with well-lit streets and sidewalks. Okay. 5, she agreed to the parking arrangement before the car was ordered. 6, I'm not trying to flex nor trying to be a oh god, not trying to be a Tesla bro.
Fuck
exactly. Figured you all wanted more specificity. 7, the driveway is shared amongst my neighbors and no one is allowed to park there. 8, I've driven the Prius for 11 years before passing it on to my wife, who drove an even crappier 90s car before then.
Get your wife a car.
She's sentimentally attached to the Prius and won't trade it in until it kicks the can.
Sabotage it.
Well, even if that's the case, like, why are you such a dick? No, I'm sorry. Well, he kind of won me on she's fucking backed the car up and scraped the shit, broken the mirror twice. Like, that's a lot.
So, but let her park in the garage and just beat up the shit box so you can get a new car for her.
My thing is, no, exactly. Let the car kick the can and buy her a new car since you rolling big money like that, Mr. Tesla, bro.
That is so embarrassing.
It is embarrassing because don't you like your wife? Why don't men like their wives? What's the problem?
It's just also like, I'm very confused about this driveway situation. At first you said it was yours and now it's a mutual driveway that no one can park on.
Yeah, I am also very confused about this parking
how is
arrangement.
It?
Oh shit. Let me go back.
Can they just not park behind your...
Right. Well, okay.
Also, your wife has to leave earlier in the morning. Let her park in the garage.
And then move your car.
I don't care if it's a well-lit neighborhood either. Do you know what happens? Like, it
Hello?
doesn't matter
It could be broad fucking daylight.
I was about to say, it doesn't matter how safe your neighborhood is or what, like, how well lit it is.
Okay, yeah. He parks his First, he should have just said fucking Tesla, but he didn't want to flex. But that's what you did. You ended up flexing. He parks his Tesla in the garage so he can charge it overnight.
Why did he even say EV? He could have just said, I parked my car, in parentheses, which is
He
newer.
needed to make sure that it was known to be an electric vehicle so it can charge and keep it out of the elements. There's guest parking spots right next to the garage. But when those aren't available, I request that my wife parks her car, a beat-up Prius, on the street, which is 200 feet from the garage, down an asphalt driveway. So they're saying you can't park in the driveway, though, because it's shared amongst the neighbors, and no one's allowed to park there. I'm really trying to, like, picture this setup.
It sounds like y'all need to move.
It sounds like get a new house.
You have a one-car garage. You have 2 cars. sometimes your wife has to park on the street because you're a cunt and won't park your car on the street.
I'm still
Guest parking fills up, but you can't like move.
Let her drive the Tesla.
Move. Go live somewhere else.
No. Let homegirl drive the Tesla. That's my final solution.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you she won't scrape her shit up. What if her scraping the car is a cry for help? What if her scraping the car up and fucking the shit up is doing it on purpose so she can get a new car?
Yeah, that's what, honestly.
He says that she's sentimentally attached to it, but maybe she's just trying to appear as though she just is, so that it's all the more painful for her, and you have to go above and beyond when you buy her a new car.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracy theory. But honestly, that's what I would do. I'd be like, oh my God, my Prius. And I would just hit every curb on the way home. Every single curb.
Kyndal used to love to hit curves in her old little, what was it, Sentra?
Yeah, it's my personality trait. It's a party trick, if you will. Hitting the curb.
Whoever got that poor car, bless them.
Oh, I think she's great. Carvana bought my car, so it had to have been fine. Shout out to Carvana. I actually really like that. That experience was great. If you're looking to buy, I wish y'all would sponsor my show. If you're looking to sell your car easily, do Carvana, because I got a lot of money for my car. So, and they came and they picked it up and it was great.
I still have my car.
Carvana when you're done with it.
No.
When it
I'm
kicks the can.
driving that until either it gets mangled in an accident or it just stops working.
Mangled? Wow. Top comment. Everyone sucks here. What in the American is this? First of all, it seems to me that your car is more important to you than your wife, which makes you the asshole. But I also can't understand how anyone would even bother to complain about walking 200 feet. That's really nothing. This entire thing being an issue. I just shut down. This entire thing being such an issue that you feel the need to post on the internet about it is astounding to me. I don't like that commenter. So that's how I feel on that one. Like, I get it. 200 feet is not that far. But, like, fuck you. It's cold outside.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of get the 200 feet because it's not that far. But also, like...
She's also a woman.
She's a woman. And, like, safety is important.
It's important.
So...
Fuck you. Next, the other comment says, it's not about the distance. And OP added that in along... Oh, my God. I wish y'all would just use commas. Commas exist. And so do periods and exclamation points and question marks. Punctuation is important.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. It's not about the distance. And OP added that in along with the list at the bottom to discredit his wife. The reason his wife has such an attitude is because OP cares more about his car than his wife's safety and comfort. I'm going to get downvotes and replies from people that are completely incapable of seeing this point of view, because I always do when I attempt to bring the female perception in, because those people cannot accept being wrong and they're incapable of viewing things from other people's point of view. And I'm saying now, I'm not going to be replying to those comments to explain any further. Well, it really just sounds like you made that comment to really just get your point of view across, girl, but that's
great. Good for you.
No, they wanted to fight. They're like, I will not be replying to comments.
Literally.
I will not be replying to comments. Yes, you will, and you know it.
You will.
You're actually looking forward to them.
Someone's going to say something that's going to make you mad, and you're going to be where?
In the comments.
Responding to the comments.
In the comment section. Fuck. That is so silly to me. That was really silly to me. Am I the asshole for not clapping when my sister sang in her voice class? My sister, 15, and I, 19, are taking the same voice class at a community college. Uh-oh, drama. A requirement of the class is that you sing 5 times over the course of the semester. My sister is incredibly shy and has sang 5 times, but has always been on Zoom for the professor. A couple things that nobody knows is that I'm her sister. She's adopted and we look absolutely nothing alike. And she's by far the youngest in the class. Most of the class is in their mid-20s/early 30s, so everyone kind of babies her a little. My mom's friend's daughter, Anna, 25, is also in the class, and my mom asked Anna to watch my sister and go make sure she's doing okay. Anna also drives my sister to and from class because I go with my friends. Anna babies her a lot. She gives her candy and takes her out to eat before class, and she makes sure everyone's really nice to her. My sister sang on Tuesday, and when she was in the practice room, Anna went around and told everyone to clap for her no matter how she does and to only give nice comments because she's terrified. Then my sister sang, and she sucked. What?
Damn.
She was looking down the whole time and had her arms around her chest. They had to restart the song twice for her. She was ahead of the music and didn't get half the notes right. Damn.
That makes me feel bad for her.
Everyone clapped for her except for me. Then it was time for comments. I don't think I was rude. I just told her that the song needs a lot more work. She should probably pick a different song and that she needs to calm down before she sings again. She ended up crying and Anna gave me a death stare. Anna ended up taking her home early, and when she got back to class, she pulled me aside and asked if I really had to make those comments and if it was absolutely necessary. It couldn't have waited until we were home and she wasn't on stage in front of the class. I said that I would have said it to everybody and that she doesn't get special treatment just because she's afraid to talk or sing in front of people. When I got home, my mom yelled at me for being mean to my sister and said that she cried in her room for half an hour because of how her performance went. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but everyone else does. So I wanted to know if I was the asshole. Absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of think you are in that situation,
You're a bitch.
babe. Your sister's 14.
15. Still young, impressionable. You're 4 years her senior.
You're also in a class of, like, you said 19.
You guys are the youngest people in the class.
Yeah.
Everyone else is in their mid-20s, early 30s. And you just humiliated your sister in front of everybody.
Also, her voice is probably still changing.
Developing.
And, like, stuff. So, like, that is kind of mean.
It's hard to put yourself out there in front of people, too, especially when it comes to something so vulnerable like arts. Like, that is hard. I commend people for standing up. Now, do they deserve applause? No, sometimes they don't. Sometimes people really do get up in front of people and they suck really bad.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I absolutely love talent shows. It's one of my favorite things. Now, my bitch is showing. I don't give a fuck, though.
Yeah.
If you find me in the crowd at your local talent show, do not ask any questions because I love
Don't
nothing
get on
more.
the stage.
Don't get on the stage. I'll talk about you when I get home. But one thing I won't do is talk about you in front of you to your face and all your peers. That is so fucked up to me.
It's just like, that's rough.
That's mean. Like, that to me is mean. And, like, it's your sister. That's what gets me. If it was some random stranger you didn't fuck with, you know, this would be hilarious. This would actually be so fucking funny. But it's your sister. That's so rude. How could you treat your sister like that? And I don't care that you're adopted. She's just, I think she's jealous of her sister. She's jealous as shit because she talked about how everybody babies her and she gets candy from Anna and they get to go out to eat before class.
I don't know if it's jealousy more so of just like, she doesn't want to baby her sister like that. You know, like you made the decision to come to this like college class. So you need to act like.
Well, I'm going to air myself out a little bit.
Okay.
My little brother is 4 years my junior.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very jealous of Joshua growing up. I didn't realize it till I got older. But like 19 and 15, yeah, that's actually like perfect.
See, maybe I can't relate to that because I was the younger one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And I have an older brother.
Okay.
But
see,
I was never jealous of him.
That's fair. Here's my thing is like, I was jealous of the attention Joshua got. I was never jealous of Joshua. I think Joshua, again, me and Joshua's relationship now, we're great. We're thick as thieves like this, 2 and 2. But he's very talented. And unlike, I guess, Homegirl in the story, which probably would have made it worse if Homegirl was like incredibly talented. That would have sucked.
Here's the thing that I want to know.
Yeah.
What song did she sing?
Girl. Wait, I bet you somebody asked in the comments.
We need to get Ashlyn to send that in.
Fuck, Ashlyn, what song did she sing? Do we know? My thing though is like when Joshua would perform and do things, I would get a little jealous. And we're all very talented. We're a whole talented family, but Joshua did get babied from a lot of people. And to this day, I will see the treatment between me and Joshua, even though I'm the only girl. So like, not from my parents, but from other people. Like people that were like family friends or whatever. The way that they treat Joshua is so slightly different than how they treat me. And if I was in Homegirl's position and we were taking the exact same class and everyone was babying my little brother, I too would be jealous. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make what she did right, which is the only reason I'm saying I think she's jealous, because I've been there, done that. But I'm better than that because I would never put my little brother down. But also, again, Joshua is very talented, so I couldn't even lie and say that he sucks. Top comment on this one says, "You're the asshole. I teach theater at the college level. Rule number 1 in my class and every performance class I've ever taken. You applaud everyone unless you're explicitly meant to withhold applause. You honor that person's work every time without fail. The feedback is perhaps a different issue, but it sounds to me like you went out of your way to bully your little sister, not to offer the same constructive feedback that you'd give another student. Do other students typically give harsher feedback, or is that usually the professor's job? In either case, while Anna is not doing your sister any favors, you are far more the asshole.
Yeah, I agree too. Because here's the thing. If you, first off, you still should have clapped.
You should have clapped.
To me, that's common courtesy. I've never taken a voice class or anything, but like, that's common courtesy. Like, I feel like just to, even if it's dog shit awful.
I've clapped for some of the worst performances I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And we know that's true.
Baby, I've seen some things. However,
I have too. I sat in so many auditions. Freshman, sophomore, and my junior year.
See, but you got lucky because you don't really have to clap at auditions.
No.
So
I don't speak at auditions usually.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes with my director, or I would just be like filming. I loved filming them my freshman year.
See, Riley has some tea. So you can't come for me for wanting to be invited to talent shows. Riley got to sit in on auditions. That is far more entertainment. Rain, he airing you out on the show. You better come collect your stuff.
I'm not going to air her out. I'm just going to say Rain and I have some very, very fond memories. That just the two of us share from auditions that we have been in. And that's where I'll leave it.
T. Yeah, so they're the asshole, 100%.
Yeah, done.
Would I be the asshole for not attending my best friend's wedding after she told me she doesn't want me to be in any photos, but still wants me to be the maid of honor? Did I miss that?
I'm confused.
She wants her to be the maid of honor, and she wants her to be in photos, but she doesn't want her.
But she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want. I'm sorry. She wants her to be the maid of honor. She doesn't want her in any photos. So she's asking, would I be a shitty person if I just didn't go to the wedding? Because I don't get it.
I don't know, y'all. My brain this week
can't compute.
That really just took at least 56 days off of my lifespan trying to understand what she was saying in that question.
56 days?
Yes.
My female 27 best friend, female 27, is getting married in February. She's your bestie? Anyway, is getting married in February. She's been planning her wedding for 2 years, and I have been actively helping her the entire time as her maid of honor. I'm extremely excited for her to get married, but she's slightly controlling, and she's the kind of girl that has to have everything perfect or else it's completely ruined. But her wedding, her rules. Well, I found out I was pregnant in the beginning of October, and I'm due towards the end of June. This is my first baby, and I've struggled heavily with fertility issues, so this is literally a miracle baby. My husband and I had just given up hope in trying for a little while this past summer. I will be in my second trimester during the time of her wedding. Congratulations.
That's so exciting.
Well, I told my best friend last week, and she seemed upset.
She doesn't want her in photos because she's pregnant?
Yeah, that's the tea. She wasn't too happy that I was pregnant, and her first question is if I could still fit in my bridesmaid dress. The dress is extremely flowy, and I told her that I should be fine. And if not, I'll cover the cost of any alteration / buying another dress. I bought my dress in the first place anyways. Like literally for her first question, not even a congratulations. I tried to shrug it off and just assumed she was stressed. Her bachelorette party is next month. I've been exclusively planning it, so I just reached out with the final details to her to confirm everything. During the phone call, she tried to make me feel bad that I wouldn't be drinking with the rest of them and that it wouldn't be the batch party of her dreams. And I told her it would still be fun. That upset me even more. But I just tried to shrug it off once again. Today, she called me and told me that she had a hard decision to make, but she's been thinking about it, and while she would like to keep me as the maid of honor, she doesn't want me in her pictures. She said that my bump would be too distracting. She didn't want her pictures to turn into a maternity photo shoot, and that she just didn't feel comfortable with it. However, she still wanted me to pay for the bachelorette party, help her plan the wedding, and wanted me to do almost everything a maid of honor except be in the pictures. And she was debating if she still wanted me to give a speech. She then sent me a bunch of bag-like dresses to choose from as my new dress since I won't need my maid of honor dress. We have been best friends since we were 10. I would have never in my wildest dreams expected her to act this way. Would I be the asshole for dropping out of the wedding? I really don't feel like partying, paying for, and being supportive of a person who treats me like a disposable mooch after years of fertility issues. But I also feel like I may be overreacting, as some of my friends said that I would look odd in the pictures. Thoughts?
No, you're not the asshole. Your friend is the asshole.
What?
Too, like, it's genuinely so shocking to me that someone can, like, you tell them that you're pregnant and you don't say congratulations first, or like knowing that she had
about the fertility issues.
Like you didn't like say like, oh, like that's amazing, like what a miracle, blah blah blah. You're were just
a bitch.
Like, oh, can you still fit in your dress?
Yeah, that's unbelievable to me. Actually, you're a bitch. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say. Like, how dare you? Especially if you know that she's struggling with fertility issues and this is a miracle baby. Like,
I would not go. I
wouldn't go either, and you wouldn't be the asshole because that's ridiculous. And how are you going to do all the work for the wedding and then not even get to enjoy the wedding as the maid of honor because she doesn't want you in any picture?
Have they already had the bachelorette party at this point?
I don't think they have. She's saying that she wants her to pay for it and everything. So don't go.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would reach out to everyone that I've been reaching out to plan that if they had. Cancel everything.
Oh.
Cancel everything and be like, I'm done. Bye.
See, I would just tell her to find a new maid of honor at that point.
I would cancel everything.
Riley would cancel everything.
That's so shitty, though.
It's so bitchy.
Like, that's
so
awful.
Fucked up. Can y'all see me good? Okay, I'm just going to do one of these. Hey, if you're watching the video podcast and you've made it this far, congrats. Thanks for watching. Obviously, you're getting this jump scare because something went wrong. Obviously. But instead of me flipping out and being like, well, then there will be no video, I decided that I wanted to keep the footage because it's really just the last 20 minutes. So the last 20-ish minutes of this podcast is no longer video recorded. You'll just see a beautiful photo of me and Riley giggling or doing something to replace that footage. And while I could go on and on and on, I'm not. I'm going to keep this very brief, but I am going to say that it was the perfectionist in me that said, scrap the whole thing. We're not going to do a video anymore. But I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm learning, and we're going to keep going. And I can also guarantee that this will not happen again. So all the episodes moving forward will be fully video recorded, and we won't have any more picture problems unless we do. So I can't stop anything from happening. And I'm letting go of the control. Come on, therapy. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching this far. If you have, continue to enjoy the show. And I'll see you later. Bye. I don't know. It just sounds like a bridezilla to me. Like, it literally just sounds like this bitch, like, wants the perfect fucking wedding. But she also is deeply insecure, because why would your pregnant friend take attention away from your wedding?
She won't. And that's why I'm just like, so that's also like no words. I just honestly have no words. I would never do that to someone.
I wouldn't either. I just think that is so, I'd be more like, do you want special accommodations? Like, do you need a seat? Do you want, like,
I'd literally be like, do you like need a seat? Like, is that totally like,
do you want to still be my maid of honor?
Yeah,
because that's a lot of extra work.
Like, that's
yeah.
your second trimester. I know, like, getting pregnant has been a struggle for you guys. So, like, are you okay health wise to do this? Like,
it just shocks me. I think the lack of, like, empathy and compassion that other people have, but more so it never ceases to shock me how insecure people are.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fucking insecure, because that's all that is insecurity for no reason. What a loser. Top comment says, my best friend was 8 months pregnant at my wedding, and I would have paid extra money to my photographer to give us a full-on belly shots of her. Other than pics of me and my hubby, my favorite shot of the day is me and my BFF both holding her belly in tears to see how far we had both come in life. That baby is now my goddaughter and means the absolute world to me. She is not a friend to you. I don't care how long you've known her. You are privileged to know and deserve to be loved in one's pictures, regardless of your physical state. Drop out of the wedding and drop out of her friendship. Congratulations, and I wish you luck with finding your tribe.
Yep.
Edit. Was so amazed at the audacity of the post that I forgot my judgment. Not the asshole.
I agree.
Agreed.
That wraps that up. That's easy. Done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay a bill my in-laws stuck us with? Okay.
Oh.
Longtime reader, first time poster, period. I, 35 female, and my new husband, 33 male, are in a bit of a dilemma with his parents. For context, our wedding was around 2.5 weeks ago. Why did I say it that way?
I thought she was about to say $2.5 million, and I was about to be like,
oh, they got money. Well, I don't know why I said 2.5. 2.5.
Mhm.
For context, our wedding was around 2.5 weeks ago, and we immediately left for our honeymoon. We provided both our parents with instructions on how to get to our home in case of emergency. I will do my best to recount the story with zero emotion from a neutral perspective and stick to this fact so I don't influence your decision. We returned from our honeymoon to a new garage lift installed on our home. We did not need or want a new garage lift, and it wasn't even on our radar of things to fix. The previous one in place worked completely fine, although a bit old. His dad was super excited about it, and we did find it to be a cross boundary of its own. But then he handed us the bill and said it was due in a week. We obviously did not have the budget for this, and my husband told his parents that. They did not care and told us to figure out a way to pay, even suggested using some of our wedding gift money to pay the bill. About a week ago, his dad said that he understood where we were coming from, that it was his idea to do the garage and that it was a gift so he would cover the payment. Oops, shit.
Okay, so if he's going to cover the payment,
then what's the problem? Please keep in mind that we said nothing about the crossed boundary. Last night, they called us on speakerphone, and his dad asked if we had paid the bill yet. We said that we had not, as he told us he would pay. His mom yelled, "Absolutely not." That was in all caps. The parents are going on a trip over Thanksgiving, so in an attempt to get them to empathize with our situation, my husband asked how they would feel if we made a change to their home on something they hadn't budgeted for or even needed while they were away and handed them the bill upon return. His mom hung up the phone and has blocked his calls ever since. She texted him this morning saying, "You are," all caps, "rude!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. "Dad and I do not deserve this disrespect and we are done with you." Am I completely fucking nuts or are we the assholes?
No.
Producer's note. There's more to the story, but stop right there. Okay. She said, give our hello.
Preliminary?
Thank you. Thoughts. What the fuck?
Okay, so my first thing is like, no, you're not the asshole. Your parents are. Why would you do?
Why are they
garage doors
tripping?
are not expensive. I mean, garage doors are not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Mine broke the first year living here. Thank God my house was still under its 1 year warranty.
Oh,
baby.
it's warranty
I
period.
called them shit out and they fixed it immediately.
That's
not
what
immediately. It took them 3 months to fix.
3 months.
Yes.
See, that's a garage door. That's like, to me, I'm like, that's like that needs to be like that needs to be working.
And it wasn't even the lift. It was like the tension rod snapped in half.
Oh, that's a complete default, is what I'm hearing.
You couldn't open it. Like my dad came up a month later and we like manically fixed it to where we could at least get it to open, and I had to like spray graphite lubricant on it every day so that it would open, and then they fixed it 2 months later.
So what I'm hearing is that was a nightmare of a situation.
Yeah, so I just like, and if their garage door was fine before, it goes back to the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix
fucking
it.
fix it. I guess my thoughts is like, they said that they were doing something nice for them. Why would you ever do something nice for somebody and then expect payment?
It also sounds like mommy and daddy aren't communicating, because dad was like, yeah, this will be a gift, and mom was like, absolutely not.
No, her saying absolutely not is hilarious to me, because you can tell that the dad is very clearly like,
he knows
whatever she says.
He knows too that it's fucked up.
What the hell? Okay, so apparently
okay.
this is not over.
Lord.
Oh, so this is an edit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a weight off my shoulders to have so many of you saying I'm not the asshole. Honestly, all I could picture is them sitting at home having the same conversation we're having here, but they think that we're the assholes. To answer some questions, the contractor is their very close friend. It is his name with our address on the invoice, which is why the bill wasn't paid up front or immediately after the work was completed. I've had a lot of questions about what I mean by a garage lift. Truly, I don't even know what it is, but the box says Lift Master, and it's a square thing on the ceiling of the garage that lifts your garage door.
Yes.
Oddly, we have two, and they only replaced the one side, the one that is much older than the other side. There was zero rationale on why they decided to do this. This is not new behavior at all. They constantly cross boundaries and act angry/upset at our attempts of setting healthy boundaries. Both sets of parents helped with our down payment. We bought the house just under a year ago, and it is my husband and my name on the deed. In conversations about changes we would make to our house, the parents constantly said we need to do this or we need to do that for stuff that we hadn't even talked about. They had brought up the garage door lift before because it's old but fully functional. Sometimes I feel like they think it's their house and that they have a say because they put down payment. They helped us with the down payment.
Yeah.
Again, said it was a gift. A similar incident happened this summer where his mother called a pool service for something they were fully capable of fixing ourselves, and she knew we had it handled. Now, my now husband yelled at her, and she punished him by ignoring his calls and texts for days. It got to the point where he apologized to her.
No.
So the mother's a bitch.
Yeah. Y'all need to move cities.
Yeah, y'all need to be like far away
Cross
from that.
state borders.
I don't understand what makes people this entitled, especially when you get married and shit. Like,
why would you do that? Like, as the mother, why would you? Like, what?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't get that.
I don't either. Top comment. A gift doesn't come with a price tag. They, the parents, made the purchase. They, the parents, are responsible for paying, not the asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? I agree with all this, but truthfully, they need actual solutions. This isn't even like an opinion based thing to me. It's like
help.
Y'all
need to go on Dr. Phil or
something.
something.
Somebody needs to either chip in some money so that they don't have to pay the bill, or they need to find the parents and rear in the back of their car so they have something else to fix. Like, they need something else to focus on. That's how I feel.
I just don't understand why they would do that. Like, I wonder if there's something did it break whenever they were out of town? Like, did something go wrong? Like, they didn't mention anything like that, because I was like, oh, but Ashlyn told us to stop and give our opinions and then read the rest, the edit. So I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna say while we were gone, they finally did let us know that the house was struck by lightning and that side of the garage just wouldn't open. But they didn't. They
just replaced it on a whim for no fucking reason, and then they were cunts when they were told that it was a gift. I don't
get that. I don't get it.
I don't understand how OP or her husband could even be liable for the bill. They never signed a contract. Legally, it would be between them and the in-laws' business, would it not? No, it wouldn't actually, because unfortunately, because the real estate, because their house is on the line, a lien could be put on the property.
Yeah.
Which is why this is so much more serious than it should be. But it's when you have a lien on your property, do you know how fucking horrible that is and difficult to take off?
It's also a family friend contractor. So I would want to call them and be like, listen, I know you did this job. You got to send this bill to my parents. I didn't ask for that to be done. This is all on them.
Yeah, I wonder genuinely what could be done. You could probably take them to small claims court, because they also broke and entered unless you gave them a key. Which they probably did.
I don't remember in the beginning, but weren't they watching the house or something?
I don't remember. They were on a honeymoon, though. I bet you they were watching the house. Yeah, I'd ask the tradesmen why they worked on the home without an agreement from the owner. Flip it, demand they restore the garage. Y'all are a lot of big fucking talk with no real solutions.
I would not demand that they restore the garage, baby.
You need to go to the
keep
parents.
Keep your new lift and just send the bill to your parents.
You need to go to your toxic parents, the evil toxic parents that are delusional and fucked up in the head, and tell them that I'm not paying the bill. That is not a real solution. I'm so sick of Reddit people doing that and be like, you need to
tell them no.
Just tell them no. That does not work.
That doesn't do anything.
We need real solutions. I wonder if they can take them to small claims court though over this.
But it's family. That's gonna be so.
I know
shitty.
It's messy. I wonder how big the bill is. At that point, start a GoFundMe.
Okay, let's look up. Hang on. Okay.
I'm gonna be so mad if this is less than $600. I'm gonna be pissed, because if we're arguing about $600, I'm gonna be mad.
LiftMaster garage door opener prices range from around $200 to $600, with an average price at $375 for the most popular chain drive and belt drive models. Installation is an extra, an average of about $280.
So $600.
Yeah.
Case closed. Next story. Am I the asshole for making a scene after my sister-in-laws announced their pregnancies at my birthday as a gift?
No, you're not the asshole.
The fact that there's two of them is crazy. My 24 female boyfriend, 24 male, has two sisters, Emily, 30 female, and Diane, 32 female. Horrible names. Sorry. I take it back. I'm sorry. That was really mean. Sorry to all the Emily's and Dianes. So listen to this episode. I'm sorry. They just sound fucked up. I think that's what it is.
You're not making it. You're not helping, babe. Just get to the next sentence.
They sound like bitches. Okay.
Get to the next sentence.
They are both married and trying for a baby. Diane announced her first pregnancy at Mother's Day this year.
Oh.
She gifted her mother a baby shoe and a positive pregnancy test. Everyone was happy, and even more. I'm sorry.
Gross.
I have to pause.
Do not. That is gross.
My mom would be livid if I showed up to Mother's Day and her gift was me being pregnant, she'd be like, that is so great, Kyndal. Where is my Louis Vuitton?
You showing up with
Where's
the
my
stick
shoes?
you pissed on for your mother for Mother's Day?
As a gift? The equivalent of a macaroni necklace. I don't give a fuck if there's life inside of me. That woman would be pissed, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Like, that is horrible.
Literally.
Are you fucking serious? Moving on. Anyway, so they gifted the mother a pregnancy test. Everyone was happy, and even more when Emily told everyone that she was also trying for a baby. Later that evening, I texted them both saying, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. It's a bit weird for me and my boyfriend because we recently learned that I'm sterile. I hope I didn't cut. Damn, bitch. I literally am like, why would you say that? Okay.
Fuck. Damn.
In the same text.
That's like.
Damn. Like, why'd you say that though? Okay, anyway. I hope I didn't cut the mood, but I'm really excited for you both. They sent me some texts reassuring me and everything went well. Sadly, Diane lost her baby 2 months after this party. The way I wish this was being recorded because I know we both were like, damn. Sorry, Diane.
After you just talk shit about
I
her
know.
name.
I didn't mean it. Damn. I'm sorry. Fast forward to last week. We, mother-in-law, both sisters-in-law, and I met for a girls' night. My mother-in-law wanted to organize a party for my birthday, so she asked me if that's okay for me and what do I want. I said fine, but birthdays are tough for me. When I grew up, my parents always made my birthdays about them. They never invited my friends or close family. They always invited their colleagues and friends. They had big parties where they drank a lot of alcohol. So after I wanted to be sure to have a small party with close friends, 12 people, and nothing really big.
Mm-hmm.
The party was yesterday. I was helping my mother-in-law when both sisters-in-law.
Yesterday. She's writing this hot off the presses.
She's pissed. The party was yesterday. I'm helping my mother-in-law when both my sisters-in-law and their husbands arrive. They both also brought their in-laws and some friends. So what was supposed to be a small party ended up with more than 40 people. My mother-in-law was a bit fuming because we had to go buy more drinks and food for the uninvited guests. The party went well until it was gift time. I opened my gift from my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and then one for my boyfriend. It was sweet. Okay. Next, my sisters-in-laws gifted me one small package for them both, which is fine. I asked for small gifts if they were willing to give one. I opened it, and it was a small size shirt saying, best future aunt.
I'm going to stop
Oh
you
my
right
God.
there. I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there.
No, like, go to hell. There was also written with a marker pen X times 2. The package also contained 2 positive pregnancy tests.
Gross.
And a photo of them both touching their bellies. Y'all did this.
After this girl was like,
I'm
sterile.
Go to hell. No. It's the photo shoot for me. Like being a photo shoot in her birthday
Again,
gift.
for me, it's the stick that you pissed on, putting it in a box.
Fuck you. Oh my God. Okay. I looked them in the eye asking, are you pregnant? They both said yes. Emily took the shirt out of my hands and showed it to everyone. As I was starting to cry, I ran outside, my boyfriend following me. I had a panic attack. When I came back, everyone was happy, and they were all congratulating the pregnant couples. I felt really sad. My boyfriend talked to his parents, and when we left the party without saying anything to anyone else. That is so fucked up. It was her party.
That's
I
sad.
received in the evening some nasty texts from some of my boyfriend's family saying things like, why did you ruin their announcement? It was only a birthday party. Please grow up.
Literally.
I do feel bad. My boyfriend is planning on... No, they texted her. It was only a birthday party. Please grow up. I do feel bad. My boyfriend is planning on telling them to fuck off, but I don't want him to ruin his relationships with his family. My father-in-law and mother-in-law called me to apologize, saying things got out of hand.
Yeah,
That's
no
it?
shit. What about Emily and fucking Denise? Diane. Sorry, Diana.
That just goes to show forgettable fucking names. But, and you know what, Diane, I'm sorry you lost your baby, but go to hell for that one. Because, like, why would you do that at somebody else's birthday party?
That's just awful to me. Like,
It's
why
literally
would
like-
you... After earlier, she was like, I'm sorry, like, this was a little odd for me. Like, I am sterile.
Now, my one qualm out of this whole story is indeed... I have so many qualms. They just have a habit of making somebody else's day about them.
And then they were like, happy birthday, we're pregnant.
No, that and the Mother's Day. Again,
Oh, fuck
my
yeah,
mom,
I forgot about Mother's Day.
My mom would never let that happen in her life. Now, granted, she would be so happy to find out I was pregnant, but can I please announce that on any day except for Mother's Day?
Well, and I feel like, too, you could do it in a crafty way of, like, having a, like, just a plain Mother's Day gift and be like, oh, there's, like, one other little thing I got you.
Totally.
And then have it be, like, a shirt that says, you know, I actually think that's really tacky. I would never do shirts. But having it be, like, you know.
Best grandma.
I don't something. I would do something like funny, creative. Like I love the ones where they. This is very cliche, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I do not care.
Okay, go for it.
The one I saw this one, and they were like hanging out with their mom or something. They were cooking dinner, and they were like, "Wait, Mom, what do you have in the oven? Like, there's something. There's a baby we left something. We left something in the oven. Will you go like grab it out or something?" And she's like, "Yeah," because they were at like her house or whatever, or like the couple's house. And so the mom went, like, she opened up their oven. She was like, there's a hamburger bun in the oven. And they just, like, looked at her for a second. And she was like, cute. Why did you put a hamburger bun in the oven? And they looked at her and, like, she touched her stomach. And she was like, there's a bun in your oven? Aww. And I was like, no, that's kind of, like, that's fun. Because I wouldn't, like, you get them a shirt that says, like, Beth's future grandma. That's no one's going to wear that.
No, I would never wear that in a million years. And this is a shout out to all my friends who eventually do get pregnant and want me to be godmother, god auntie. I know
Don't
it's
get
all
me
coming.
Merch.
Don't get me fucking merch.
Don't do
that. Don't do that.
I won't wear it. It'll be at a Goodwill immediately.
And don't hand me your fucking pissed on stick either.
Oh, if I
take a picture.
If I open up a box, a gift or something, and it is a pregnancy test, it like that has been urinated on,
I'm gonna look at you like you're fucking silly.
I'm going to throw it away. I'm not going to look at the stick. I'm going to be like, oh, that's gross. You mean to throw that away? Here, let me help you out.
That's gross. No, it's so funny, like, hearing this story coming right off of the, like, Miracle Baby and being like, oh, my God, fuck you if you hate pregnant women. And we're like, nah, bitch. Like, get that shit out of my face.
A pregnant woman is very different.
Totally.
From a stick that you have urinated on.
There's just,
that you then place into a box.
There's just so many creative ways to announce pregnancy. To me, that's just me, though. But yeah, this story was
I also think it would be super fun to like not tell anyone until you like, you know, find out the gender if you decide to do that, and then just like not have anyone be like, hey, like let's have a dinner party and like make a cake for the dinner party and have like the inside reveal? Be like pink or blue or something, and be like, surprise, by the way, like we're pregnant, we're having a baby, blah blah blah.
I love the gender reveals, but only when they do the cake.
Honestly,
I don't like the confetti.
I don't really like gender reveals at all.
That's fair.
I do think something like that would be like a fun way to like announce you're pregnant if you like, so you know, kind of kept it under wraps for a while.
Top comment in the OP response.
Mm-hmm.
Top comment, not the asshole. It's your party and you can cry if you want to. I think your sisters-in-law both knew that you can't have children, right? Why would they want to co-opt your birthday to make it about them?
Yeah,
and then not be compassionate when you get emotional? I don't know if everyone in your boyfriend's family are assholes or whoever sent you that text about ruining the announcement certainly is. The other ones may just be a little tone deaf. OP says, they knew it, but when I first messaged them about my sterility, I guess, I told them that I'm happy for any pregnancy and I don't want to change anything just for accommodating me. Maybe they've seen this as a green light for what happened at my birthday party. I think they're feeling bad because they haven't texted me anything yet, so they maybe understand that it hurt me. I really don't know. This comment said, so they learned you can't have kids and really thought that announcing their pregnancies at your birthday party was a good idea? That is unbelievably cruel. Whether they are intentionally doing it or not, it sounds like they're rubbing it in your face and demanding you be okay with it. Like, oh, sucks you can't have kids, but we can, so be happy for us.
Well, and two, it's like, even if she had the conversation that was like, no, like, I still want to be happy for y'all, like, being pregnant, like, that's great, like, I don't want to be a hindrance, blah, blah, blah. Do y'all not have the common decency to be like, oh, we probably shouldn't announce this at her birthday party?
It's like, that is your one day.
Also, did they not check in with, like, the parents to be like, hey, I guess they didn't.
No, but because the parents apologized. Or maybe they did check in, but maybe the parents thought that it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
The parents thought wrong.
That's our last story, though.
I think the sisters are the assholes. Done. It's not even a choice of
that
thinking.
Was it. Yeah. End of discussion. That was easy. Those were easy choices.
That was so good. I don't know what you guys are doing for the rest of the day. Kyndal, what's your plan for the rest of the day?
Well, I am gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do about this camera situation for the rest of the day, and then I have a Halloween party to go to.
That's so fun.
What's your plan?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I need to eat something, little snack,
Little
snacky snack.
Poo.
And I have a massive amount of chemistry homework that I need to go ahead and start studying for.
Okay.
That's
well,
really
then,
it. It's just crazy.
Then we'll just keep this quick and wrap it up, right?
I mean, you know why?
Why? Because
it's not that serious.
Well, I'm just so glad you think so. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you leave us a review. Make sure you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. It would just mean a whole lot to me. Make sure you're following everybody, me, Riley. Everything will be in the show notes.
So, amazing.
Yeah,
read them.
Yeah, the links will be there. So read them. Thanks so much for coming along. And remember, it's not that serious. Okay. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Kisses.